ใช่ All right, so I forgot to turn on my camera. Forgot to switch the scenes while I was making the trades here. So I'll just explain them to you. I think I'm gonna be content with this 130 profit. It's across two accounts, so that's good. Let's see. I'm gonna turn on the executions and I'll explain it to you. Save. Here we go. So I'll drop down to a smaller time frame even. So let's see. 5 second chart. All right, so I wanted to go long at the open because I figured we'd be going for this level here, and we're pushing up, and we didn't really take uh, any short side liquidity ahead of the open, so I figured it was a probabilities were better that we were going up. Um, but clearly they could go down, so I kept the risk really tight. Entered three here. When this reversed hard against me, I didn't like it at all because by the time it put in this wick, that should have been enough if it was going to push up. So I got out here. I then took short to play the momentum towards this level because this was really strong. And we broke through, what was it? We just pushed down really, really nice. And I figured that, yeah, we had some room to go here. That I still love the I think it's 23,369 level, which is way up here. I think the market's going to come up here. But I figured once we started failing, that we're going to do a Judas and come lower. So I played the momentum lower. Small loss here. Uh, Made it back and some here. Scaled out on the way down. Probably could have held again all three until this last candle. Um, that was that. Then I took one more contract short because once this wick came in here, this pullback, and we stalled here to push up, I figured it was worth a try to take um, just one contract to see if it fails and to kind of just trail to see where it would go because you never know. Um, so that was a small loss. I'm still green at this point though. But then once that didn't work, I'm remembering my level here, and I'm like, it's worth it to get long for this level again. So I entered full size for this account, which is three contracts again, and I scaled out on the way up. Of course, I could have probably held full size until here, but for me, um, it still just makes sense to, for some reason, take profits as they come my way. So that was the opening trade. In this account, looks like it's going to go up to the level that I like. So I'm going to switch accounts now. Actually, I'm going to lock myself out of this one, protect this 130 profit in each of these accounts. 503, 650. Um, all right, so we're just grinding up in these things. And here we go. The market's doing what I thought it would. So let me get over to these accounts here. All right, these are the larger accounts. Let me put my drawings on. We have news coming. Let's see here. All right. Still debatable as to whether a gap at the opening candle counts for the initial imbalance. The first candle of the day creates an inefficiency here. So not sure what the market wants to do before news hits. Here at 9:45, we have flash PMI, manufacturing and services. Let me grab a YouTube link. Alrighty, let's see here. Actually, share that. All right, time to lock back in on the chart. A little bit of a mixed bag on the big seven, but overall weakness. Nvidia, Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet, Meta, Tesla, Apple. Mostly looking weak. Apple's trying to fight back. Nvidia's trying to fight back a little bit. Everything else is kind of lackluster. So not sure where the fuel for this long push is going to come from yet, but I still really like this. This level here is very clean. You have this triple top essentially. You do have to push through new day opening gap, and the market is still, I would consider it slightly bearish, but there's a lot of liquidity right there. So we'll just have to see, not if they'll take it, but when. So just buy attractive risk and try to do all right. Okay, so initial imbalance is trying to hold. Curious to see what so we do have a gap above. Weird looking 15-minute bar. 4 hour. Looks like it's a little, it's in the middle of the range of the bar, so it's a little indecisive. Nothing too fantastic to glean from these higher time frames as of yet. Let's see, so 50% of this range is where we're hanging out, it looks like. So this is sort of the fair value the market's deciding on. And I think I'm just going to try to play for this new hourly candle. I mean, the current hourly candle is outside and it's going to close right at the middle of yesterday's range and slightly higher within its own range. So it's not super clear other than I think we have a strong draw on liquidity above. Um, Apple's Apple's pushing up harder. Amazon's failing. I feel like overall we got some fuel to go long here. But I'm gonna give this news because I don't know what the actual news is. There's some kind of numbers are coming out. Flash PMI, manufacturing service. It might be ugly. Yeah, all right. See, so that's why you don't go long into news. But this is not necessarily bad, right? So could be the short manipulation here. All right. Were there any signs to give this short away? Took out this buy side, fail, 50% retracement into an inefficiency. This is a nice short trigger. So technically, you could have been prepared to go short here. Um, so I wonder if these numbers are really bad because now I'm looking at Apple's coming way back. Apple's coming way back. And just about every one of these large caps is failing. So we are going to assume the next pullback is a potential short. Clean up this chart a little bit. Do like these levels here. Is that enough of a pullback? I don't think so. Just got to be patient. Be patient. See, you don't want to be caught short right before this type of situation here. It could just be an overreaction. All right, now 50% of this range is lining up with the 20 period. So have to be ready to get short somewhere around here. But which of these markets is turning around to cause a sustained upward move? Okay, nice. This is nice. Let's go ahead and just not get too eager here. Because big down, big up, big confusion. I mean, okay, Apple's coming all the way back up. All right, I could see it. I can see it. Tempting to buy right here because this is that 50% fair value range they were fighting over earlier. Manipulation. This is where it could break and squeeze these shorts here. You just have to, so now it's pushing off 50% of this open range. To be patient here. So 50% of this swing. below the 20. Do we want to return to the 200? No follow through on this. Oh, almost. See, I pushed a button and I just didn't let my finger off the trigger. Waiting for a little more confirmation, but really does it get. I mean, the short's got to be panicking a little bit right here. I have a little bit of loss aversion right now. I am building a risk tolerant mindset. 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 Risk tolerant mindset. I am building a risk tolerant mindset. I am building a risk tolerant mindset. Risk tolerant mindset. Guess the market's just so bearish. It's not that exciting to get long just yet. I'm building a risk tolerant mindset. I'm building a risk tolerant mindset. I'm building a risk tolerant mindset. Almost a little bit premature here. I feel like the cake is not ready to come out of the oven just yet. All right, so trying to punish the early longs. There's still some selling pressure here. Still do like this long. Order filled. Let's just see. I will re-enter if I get stopped here. Order filled. Order filled. So 50% pullback, pin bar, long trigger. Probably could have waited for this, but we were pushing off the 20. This level here just kind of liked it, and I figured it could have just went right here because I really like this draw up here. You just never know. $23,290 limit. Three, sell three. Oh no, that's not a good. Let's go, baby. Fight for it. Fight for it. Fight for it. Come on, buyers. Where you at? Come on, buyers. Where you at? That's an ugly candle right there. Let's go. Order filled. All right. Am I suffering from a cognitive bias? I still just like it, and I like this smile, the shape of the smile. I really think we're going up here. I just really do. You got to get a strong push above this. See, the fact that we're even back up in this wick is a good sign to me. I'm not sure I want to risk another $300 on this though. I'm not sure proper placement is technically here, and I have to be done if I take this L. This has got to rip here. This has got to just rip here or something is off. Yeah, this shouldn't be coming back down like that. Okay, that's very frustrating. I have to manage the risk here. I'm taking this is too big of a loss day in this account. Hmm. Ugly price action. No follow through here. There's something I'm not seeing. Let's see this 5 minute chart. Let's see. Hide. I guess chopping around this moving average and inside these ranges on the 5 minute maybe is I just, you know, I really like the market to return up here. But maybe that was just my cognitive bias because the 20 sloping down. Here we are failing again, failing to push up there. Hmm. Hmm. All these markets are failing again. Hmm. It's so hard to quit right now. It's not that I have anything to prove. It's just that um, I might have a hot hand fallacy because I've been really dialed in lately. So I want to take this short here because it's going to fail and take this out pretty fast. But I got a new hour here. Um, just kind of think. Oh no, this 4 hour candle looks pretty weak. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, the 4 hour. 5 is failing nice. Oh no. Might have just saved me. No. I just tried to go short and I had limit order put in instead of market, so I'm not short. I just put in a limit order up here. To see, that's a pretty nice reversal right there, honestly. Let's see if we can just capture a quick impulse here. Make some of this back. Okay, that helps a little bit. This is just such a beautiful reversal pin bar on such high volume right at the hourly. So it was just second nature to take that. And now looking at the 1 minute and the 5 minute, these look like really strong reversal candles. So I'm gonna just try to stick super tight risk and see if I can catch this momentum. Let's just see if we can take one off there. Just be patient, hold through these baby pullbacks. So one there. Come on, push up, come on. Let's go, baby, hold. Just gotta be patient now. I'm feeling pretty confident in my trading right now. Going down that much really was a bummer, but I feel in general sort of assured in my ability. Of course, anything can happen. This can reverse. You know, I'm still down on the day a pretty good amount. Um, but I guess hmm, this ought to just shoot way up here. So hard not to just take these two because we're talking about $16, $32 by waiting for it to come to this level. But it's the principle. I really am trying to learn how to hold. Come on. Come on. There we go. Let's go. Little follow through here. Let's go. Go. So now we're just down to a $300 day. I am building a risk tolerant mindset. I am building a risk tolerant mindset. I am building a risk tolerant mindset. I mean, shorts are kind of drove right now, right? Everyone's like, oh, we're shorting here. And now that we're back up here, it's just like punishment. This is like a three drives pattern down, 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 and then reverse. I'll just be a little conservative with this one. All right, boom. Great. Almost break even now. Let's see if we can get the momentum up to this level. This is the overnight London highs. London and Asia are totally lined up. This is the PM session from yesterday, New York, lining up with Asia, lining up with London. So this is just a very strong level. And this is basically the trade idea for the whole thing is this, that the market would want to come up here today. Will it be able to make it up there? Just not sure. We'll have to see. It actually looks like we induced here. So good thing I drug my target down just a bit because I was like, let me just see because it might tap this 50 and it can induce. But that's a good thing ultimately that we're seeing inducement here. Shorts are going to drag their stops closer. New shorts are going to come and say, oh, this level's holding. Oh, we got a big wick, so this is the short that I've been waiting on. Now it's really gonna work out. So who knows? There's levels to it. What the market really wants to do is a mystery. I'm just really grateful to my intuition just told me to stick around for this move. And I'm trying to trade bigger, so I have to get bigger with these larger loss days. I mean, at one point I was down almost 700. So, but now we'll see what this last contract's able to do. One idea is to add to the position here and take it off at the 200 because this should push through this level and at least test the 200 here. But I'll trail aggressively once we get to the 200 and it's stacked with the new day opening gap too. So the day will be flipping from bearish to bullish at this point, the daily candle. Which is a nice wick on yesterday's candle, which I should have had a, let's just see, great, dotted. So we did fight with it a bit. The consequent encroachment of that big wick on yesterday's candle. Nice, another inducement here. So this is tempting to add right here, depending on how this candle looks. That's bullish. So you can add right here. This is a little reversal. Shorts tried to come in here, reversed on them. I even like this, that it's stalling more. This is really frustrating a lot of people. Let's clean off some of these. Lines. If we get a sweep here into this level, all right, Apple's taken off. That's good. Microsoft is reversing. Amazon's actually bouncing finally. Amazon took the lows. That might be a big factor as to why um, we're able to push up here a little bit. Dude, if this candle closes inside, that's just crazy. Let's go. No way. Let's go. All right. Nice. We're basically in the green now. Nice. Take one out there. All right. We're flat. I'm building a risk tolerant mindset. $313 limit, doom, 1, 2, 3, $313, sell, one there. Break and retest. Let's go, baby. Yeah, this is gonna fail. Maybe not. You never know. It makes sense for him to come back down, but I will get active again if I can. This candle closing inside was just wow. So I decided to add. Here we go. That's a nice candle. That's a nice push up right there. Not mad at a retracement here. Clean 1 minute reversal. That's a clean reversal candle on the 1 minute right there. That I like to see that respected. Lets me know what traders are looking at. It's an interesting outside candle here. Tempting to go long here, but tempting. Just want to see this dip spike here one more time. Could be totally wrong. Long from here. Hmm. That's a nice, this is a nice push up. Rising volume. Stocks are looking okay. No, I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna be patient. I really want to see this pull back one more time. Dang, it was telling you right here. Pushing up after this expanding and then pushing up on rising volume. Anyway, I'm trying to be disciplined, trying to be patient, trying not to chase because you're getting long at the top of the move. All right, so if this 200 doesn't hold or this new week opening gap, I'm definitely going to play a continuation from this level to this level. The question might just be how hard does it fail from here? Um, Spike down and a spike up is totally possible. I almost want to see it hurry up and grab this as opposed to grind down because it's like a rug pull on these eager longs. Everyone sees this level, I'm sure. So it's just what type of a reaction from this 200 are we going to get? It's just a moving average at the end of the day. So everything is in accord as of now with common sense. This is a 50% pullback there. That's kind of nice, actually. Kind of nice. Rising volume, big wick. Is it ready to resume? Might be. Again, I'm not trying to trace price. If it breaks this 200 and the new day opening gap, um, I will play like a break and retest of this area, or even just a break if there's some kind of structure to base the risk off of. Looks like it's showing us that it's ready to just push through this. But you sure do like to see a little stop hunt to enter on. This would just be this golden box right here would just be great to enter inside of this golden box. Also, from the 200 to the 20, price likes to bounce between here. So if it could come down to the 20 and take the liquidity and give me a confirmation that we're going back up, that would be ideal. At a Recepto, that was a roller coaster. Down 700 and now back flat. And that's in two accounts too, so that would have been a $1,400. I was down essentially $1,400. Kind of interesting. Let's get off the 15-second chart for a minute. All right, this makes sense to me. It sure is acting like it wants to race for this level here in just any moment. Because it's not able to fail. I'm going to try it. Third time you're trying to come to this level, like, just push through it already. Nah. Everyone sees it's ready to go. Everyone sees it's ready to go. Big wick. I don't like that. Okay, I'll try. Give me my contract back. Give me my contract back. Yeah. Oh man, this is hard. Will it push through or will it not? Let's go. It's now or never. Very easily can fail from this level. That's why I am taking some off. All right. Now, the daily candle is fighting, right? Is it going to be bullish or bearish? This is the daily candle battle zone. 200's kind of protected, holding price here. We'll just have to see. Like I said, it could easily fail from here. That's why I didn't want to have 3 contracts on still and have it come back on me, etc. So we'll just see. All right, it's fighting. It's fighting. Here we go. It's about to be bullish again. Let's go. I think it wants to take out yesterday's high, maybe. I'm going to add one. So now can this level hold and be a launching pad for this? No, makes sense. Definitely due for a pullback. All right. Let's keep an eye on these. Almost just seems kind of fake, right? Seems a little fake. Little aggressive adding that contract on the break of this, but here we go. This is interesting. Interesting. I want this level to hold now. There's all kind of new games that can start getting played around here that I'm not familiar with, so I want to be a little careful. This should really go to some degree. Like shorts need to start buying. Breakout traders need to get in on this move that's coming right here. Just can't, just gotta be patient here, can't panic. And I want to have some size on a little bit. Can easily risk $36. I'm building a risk tolerant mindset. And I'm on side right here. I am totally on side in this market right now. Just give me one more push up. I'll take another contract. Let's go. Good, good, nice looking chart. Let's go. There we go. I'll take one there. Exactly what I had hoped for. Question is, does it make super sense to try to add to get to this level here? That's a big reversal. Huge wick on Apple. I think we're going to come back. I think we're going to come back to the new day opening gap to test it. Maybe 50% of this leg. Close. Give it a little room in case I can hold on to this contract. 50%, new day opening gap. I'll go to the middle of the gap. All right, so we're tapping 50% now. All right. So 50 is failing of this swing. Coming back to the 200. New day opening gap. Let's just put a channel in this guy. Could get a nice failure here, actually. Let's see, was there some kind of news that I'm missing? Yeah, I'm calling it Apple, but it's actually Google. Google's reversing hard. Apple's looking weak. Everything kind of looks weak all of a sudden. Like maybe that was as close as they need to get to that level right now before they induce it again. So I said there's all different kind of games that can start getting played that I don't know about. It would be very hard not to take a long from the golden box that I liked all along. Just checking in on this 4-hour chart right quick. What does it look like for this to become a bearish bar? That's a really long wick. We're outside on the 4 and the 1 already. Okay, 30-minute is just rebalancing here. 15 is coming back a little. Still gotta like this level. Still gotta like that level. Looks like a great failure right here. From here to here, looks like it's just gonna go. Just a little wedge pattern. This old 50 level. 50 from this swing. Breaker. Inefficiency here. Not able to push through it. Failing off this area. Makes sense. Very curious to see how it plays out here. I like this reversal candle. I like it at this breaker. I like how tightly I can define my risk. And I like that we sort of have a draw back down here towards the 20 and towards these lows. So I want to target the opening of this body. Should have went already, but we'll see. So tempting to start taking them off like I normally do. I'm going to try to hold all three contracts to this. I'm building a risk tolerant mindset. I'm building a risk tolerant mindset. I'm building a risk tolerant mindset. Break even. I'm building a risk tolerant mindset. Break even. I'm building a risk tolerant mindset. I'm building a risk tolerant mindset. I'm building a risk tolerant mindset. Building a risk tolerant mindset. I'm 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 building a risk tolerant mindset. Let's go, baby. Push. Push. Nice. That was hard for me to do. Again, this can't reversal candle from this breaker. I really like this because it just clearly defines a risk. This is what a top pullback looks like. When you see this, this is what the start of this move looks like this. So that's why I entered. Even though I still potentially like a long from this 200 right here. So we're in the golden box. We've swept the liquidity. We're at the 200. I mean, this is just kind of like, I gotta take one contract here. Okay, a little bit of rum, that's fine. Gotta take one contract here at this 20. And my target will be high day. Okay. If it fails here too, that's going to be ugly. Which it looks like it might. Gotta take one contract here, dude. I don't know what to say. None of the stocks are acting right though. Yeah, this is ugly. I'm gonna play for the failure of this 20 to fail. Huh. 20's lining up with the 50 of this range perfectly too. So it's hard to say exactly. Just that if this level fails, which it should hold, it should have a pretty sharp downward move. None of the stocks are bouncing. None of the stocks are bouncing with this. Actually, they are a little bit trying to in the 1 minute. All right. Hmm. Tesla's at VWAP. Google is the only, Google and Microsoft are the only two stocks above VWAP. Oh man, this is. I do like this long. This looks like a bottom. This, the way it smiles here. Just don't trust it yet. I don't want to give back too much profit for no reason. Because we don't know where this thing wants to go just yet. Yeah. That's a sharp that's a sharp down move. Acting like this 5 minute candle won't hold. How this 1 minute candle closes, I think, is gonna be very telling. 5, 4, 3. Man, no bounce. There's no bounce here. Hmm. Sometimes you really do have to do battle up in here. Get. Get. Hmm. Yeah. Hard. Hard game to play here. The market's indecisive. I'm going to be done. I'm going to be done. I'm going to be grateful that it's a green day. Really want to catch this move, man. Really want to catch this move up here to this area. I really feel like it's going to go. Pin bar, 50% of this range, protected by the 20. Should start to hold. Will it push? For the next hours coming up. Yeah, liquidity's dying out of here. The stocks are failing. Let's see. Hmm. I do not need to trade. I do not need to trade. I choose to manage risk. I choose to manage risk. I do not need to trade. I choose to manage risk. I'm gonna take a break. I'll see if this hourly flip makes it interesting, but we're getting a little stuck in the range here, and I'm getting a little chopped up. So I'm gonna take a quick little break. Yep. Yo, yo, yo. Looks like we just had another false advertisement. Maybe. This push up, false. This push up, will it be false? I feel like we're waiting for this. And if anything, could also just be grinding slowly up to a 50% failure. However, once this 200 gets close to this 20, you could get a very explosive move up. I mean, you could get a trend day long. This thing could run all day. Um, yep. Okay, there you go. It's going somewhere. Nice. And that's volume too. That's volume. Some good volume coming in here too. Kind of tipping their hand a little bit. Let's just see. Yeah, no follow through on that 5 minute. This 5 minute down close candle. No follow through. Pushing up. So we're going to be in a little bit of a trap zone here between these moving averages. So I want to be careful. Mm-hmm. I like to steadily track 50% of every range basically, just to gauge the strength of pullbacks, momentum. Just really is the cleanest, easiest tool to follow how the market is behaving. So perfect 50% rejection here. Okay, interesting. I'm not going to chase this yet, but it isn't tempting to enter one contract. Why would I do that? I'm not trying to trade one contract in this account. I'm building a risk tolerant mindset. I'm building a risk tolerant mindset. I'm building a risk tolerant mindset. I don't need to pick the bottoms or the tops. I just want some meat right here in the middle. Mm-hmm. Say these charts look kind of bullish, bouncing off VWAP, holding up, curving up, curving up, curving up, curving up. Apple's looking weak, but that's fine because that's kind of like a staple. So not too bad. And the fact that we pushed right back up through this 50 is encouraging. Just got to be careful with the new hour coming up right here, this yellow line. Huh. Gotta like this long. I'm gonna try to get in the enter in the wick of this new hourly candle. Hmm. Zero wick. Literally none wick. No wick. Mr. Wick. Okay. Give me a little wick. Give me a little bit of your wick. Well, sheesh. No wick. Get. 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 Ah. I took 3 of my 5 contracts off. I couldn't take it. Because we're at the 200. No wick. No wick. Is it really going to just run here? That would be great. Zero wick. It's possible. It's also very possible that we're coming back down to give some wick. Like who doesn't, like, candles have wicks, right? Eventually it will happen. Whatever. Killed it. It's about to go. Now we're getting into some wick territory. Now you're giving me a little wick. 200 to 20 to up, or 50, or I mean, do we still have a draw on liquidity up there? I believe we do. And I'm in the wick. Also looks like a kind of a pile of crap. This 5 minute candle needs to get busy turning around with the quickness. Okay, nice. Nice rejection off that 200, baby. Okay. Oh, oh, tricky. Very, 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 very tricky. Very tricky. Very tricky. All right, I deserve that. I deserve that. That was very, very aggressive. Trying to take this as a trigger because this is very steep. I think the longer you hang around the table. This is pretty awesome, actually. So tricky, dude. Mm. All right, I'm going in the opposite direction again here. Oh yeah. Man, I'm really trying to trade what's up. Dude, you know, it's hilarious. Go. Oh my God, really? That's funny. I meant to go short there. Major congestion here. Get. Get. Son of a gun. This is pointless. All right. This is not how I trade. All right, I'm done. I'm done. It's okay. It's okay. Roller coaster day. Hmm. Hmm. I should have stopped when I was ahead earlier. See, I knew you were gonna fail. I'm not accepting the full risk proper to trade this properly. Just fail, yes. Fail. Hmm. Hmm. Huh. Ah, I know you want to fail hard. Go down. There you go. Yes. Honestly, to where? Let's go. Hmm. Get. Dude, let's go. I'm gonna leave this freaking runner on all day. If I can hang on to it for another 3 minutes. 10, 15. That's a nice looking V. Big volume here. Bigger volume here. Holy moly, Amazon bounced. Gotta be interested in this. Hmm. Don't like this reversal bar. Nice. Hammer counter shooter. Hmm. Hmm. All right. I'm gonna be done. Honestly, I'm lucky to be down 50 for the day. Locking myself out. Just annoying because it's a long time at the chart, but it's okay. Um, some good reads, some good learning, I'm sure. Anyway, I'm done. Peace out, guys.